So first, trying the soup. Okay. Now the soup is very good. Okay, very big and robust flavor, and you can taste the saltiness and sourness of the kiam cai, the salted veg, salted mustard leaves. Plus, there's the underlying pork stock flavor and a bit of fat flavor. You do see a little bit of oil notes, not much. But that said, older foodies will remember that the taste used to be more complex. Used to have a very noticeable earthy sweetness to the dish. And that's because when the hawkers made the soup back in the 1990s and before, they would boil up bones, meat, innards, and the most important ingredient, pig's blood. Pig's blood is the vital ingredient that gives pig organ soup that earthy sweetness and punch. Unfortunately, pig's blood is now banned in Singapore. The then Agri-Food and Veterinary Authority, AVA, banned pig's blood during the Nipah virus outbreak in 1999, swine flu. The reason? Because blood was a potential source and mode of transmission for viruses and other food-borne pathogens. That said, pig's blood is still very popular across many other Asian countries. So anytime you want to try pig's blood cake or pig's organ soup with pig's blood, just head over to Malaysia, Thailand or Taiwan, where they have their own versions of pig organ soup and you can have your fill. But unfortunately, you just won't get it in Singapore. The banning of pig's blood also explains why the dish has tofu. Now, tofu in pig's organ soup, right, is totally wrong lah. And in my opinion, it shouldn't be an ingredient in pig's organ soup at all. But that said, the tofu here is actually very fresh and very nice, and it's got a nice texture that's not too firm and not too soft. But the addition of tofu is also very understandable. Pig's organ soup used to always have pig's blood curd in it, which is solidified pig's blood with a little salt added. What happens is that hawkers leave the blood in a bowl to congeal, then it's cut into cubes, then heated up with some salt to solidify the blood cubes further. But after Singapore banned pig's blood in 1999, the store substituted tofu instead. But frankly and very honestly, I would prefer that they just omit the tofu and give other pork items instead. As for the current quality of pig organ soup in Singapore in general, well, the soup is what it is lah. A pale imitation of what a great dish used to be, but it is still nice for what it is. Old-time foodies just have to accept that the old taste of Te Huang Kiam Cai is never going to come back, unless the government changes its ruling one day to allow pig's blood. But even if they allow pig's blood one day, the taste still won't be the same, because proper Te Huang Kiam Cai is also supposed to include the white mugwort herb, and most hawkers have long since omitted that for many decades already. It has a sage-like smell and a very slightly bitter vegetable taste to it. But according to people who have eaten Te Huang Kiam Cai with a white mugwort, they say that it adds a wonderful fourth dimension to the overall flavor of the soup. So what you have is that you have this wide spectrum of tastes: salty, sweet, sour and bitter. And that's what made the dish so amazing last time.